Okay. I need your attention up here. Quick review of what we talked about yesterday. Making sure I'm selling this to you before we get into the video. Okay, good? Okay. Now we talked about World War II. I want you guys making sure we look at history. We're looking for life lessons. Looking for things that we can use in our lives. Out. It's important. We learn in World War II, just like we learn in history, of the power in the individual. This should be empowering you. You have power. Okay? We see the choices and the consequences of decisions made by an individual. Without one individual, historians pretty much agree unanimously, there's not a World War II. Who is that one individual? Adolf Hitler. Okay? We talked about this a little bit yesterday. Now, we're still grappling between good and evil with the decisions made in World War II. There's really not been a war that is so, in my opinion, so cut and dry between good and bad than World War II. I mean, Hitler did not do themselves, the Nazis did not do themselves any favor by just targeting and killing 11 million people and throwing in concentration camps, gassing them, okay, and doing all kinds of horrific things. You guys are watching the video here. Now, we talked about yesterday. Pandora's box is open. What's Pandora's box mean? Bad things come out. What's the problem? Can't close them. You can't put them back in. What two things happened during World War II that Pandora's box gets open? Which one? Jefferson. That's okay. That's okay. Slip your mind.
Yeah.
In between raising your hand and you going on. Yeah. Yeah. What do you got? What was Pandora's box? What came out during World War II? What came about? What came about? Trevor, help him out.
Nuclear arms.
I got him. Okay, we got nuclear weapons. The second thing that happened during the World War II we know about is. Well, Hitler does die. Starts with an H, show. Holocaust. Okay. These two things happen. Okay. Now again, the past is never dead. It's not even past. It's not very neat. We talk about history is one big book, Tristan. It all connects. You with me? That's the fun part about history. I know it's not as fun for you as it is for me, but it's very exciting when you can find all those causes and effects. That's what we're looking for. Now we're looking at, I talked about yesterday, everything affects everything. Everything's connected. And what really, really led to World War II? World War I. Okay? It's the context of World War II. Okay? Now, where are these boys lined up to go in 1914? War. What do we know about them? What can we tell? They're excited. We talked about this. They want glory. They want adventure. And what do all boys want to do? Most boys want to do? Who do they want to impress? The ladies, right? They want to impress the ladies, Allison. Yes, they do. Okay? We need to make sure we understand this is what these boys are seeking. They want their fame. They want their glory. They think war. Now, I want you guys to understand something. War, up to this point, was romanticized. It was something that's like, it's cool to go to war. Like, it's cool. Because previous wars were somewhat cool, and you weren't as likely to die. But World War I is different. Okay? It's going to be ugly because man meets what? Machine. The machine's going to crush man. Okay? Mr. Thornhill's going to talk about it's the first modern war, and it is brutal. Okay? I'll tell you right now. Pull a time machine out, Caleb, out of your bag right there. You say, Mr. Brickwood, you got to go to war. All right? And you can jump into any war you want. You get to pick. Of all the wars in history, I would honestly say, of all the wars I've studied, World War I would be the very last one I'd go to. Like, no. Anyone but that one. This is like hell, okay? This would be like going to hell to me, okay? So we look here. These boys are chasing it. We see people are excited. One person excited is Adolf Hitler. We saw in the crowd. And here are the two sides. The Allies versus who? Not Axis. This is World War I. Central. Why is it called the Central Powers? Center of Europe. Did you guys write down yesterday the Central Powers versus the Allies? No? I want you to do that. I want you to write down the Central Powers versus the Allies. Put a list of each up. Central Powers. We have Germany. We have Austria-Hungary. This time I have to remember 3. And the Ottoman Empire. Again, Thornhill is going to go over that in more depth. Over here you have the Allies. We have England. We have France. We have Russia. I'm going to put a line. I'm also going to put Japan. I'm going to put Italy. I'm going to put another line. I'm going to put America. I'm going to put an asterisk next to America and an asterisk next to Russia. You should make sure you have it. Again, with scaffolding, this stuff I'm going to quiz you over, but I'm going to expect you, Mr. Thornhill expects you to know now. I'm going to expect you to have a clue about in World War II. Now, we look up here. How does geography play a role in World War I? Who has the advantage looking at geography? Caleb? Russia has an advantage. Who else has an advantage? Who's at an advantage? The Allies or Central Powers? Looking at this map. The Allies. Why? They have more land. And what else? They're surrounded. In Germany and the Central Powers have to fight on how many fronts? At least 2. 2 fronts. 2 fronts. Okay? We need to make sure we understand this. Now, do you guys see all the green here? Now, primarily it was Great Britain, France, and Russia. It's going to take all of those countries to defeat Germany. Okay, I want you guys to understand how powerful Germany is in World War I. You can probably argue in history of warfare, you have the Mongols, you maybe have America, and you got this country, Germany, during World War I. Probably the strongest militaries you can make a case in human history. Okay, these are bad, bad dudes, and they're going to take on all these countries over here. Germany. This is a life lesson, I think, in World War I. If you surround yourself with losers, like Germany does in World War I, Austria-Hungary's weak, Ottoman Empire's weak, you become a loser. That's what happens in life. There's a life lesson. You're welcome. Okay, that one was free. I'll charge you for that one, Cole. Okay, if you surround yourself with winners, more likely to become a winner. Now, we have here, this war is going to go down. It's going to get bogged down into the glory and into the trenches. Okay, and it's going to be trench warfare. And this is the glory and the adventure they get. Standing in mud and poop and pee, okay, and death and the smell of rotting corpses and all that fun stuff. We have, what's this area called? No Man's Land. You can see it's just dead out there. And this, a lot of the boys' glory and honor they get will end up here. Or they'll end up here. Or they'll end up here. Or they'll end up being okay and surviving, okay, and being mentally okay. Just because you survive physically doesn't mean you get your mental intact. You're going to be different if you go off this war and seeing all these things. And some people couldn't take it. And again, as I mentioned yesterday, they realized they can only put soldiers in the front lines for about 2 weeks. They had to rotate around. Because your brains, our brains, can only see so much before they snap, okay? And we end up having tremors and all this post-traumatic stress. They called it shell shock. But because this stuff was so horrible, look at this. You had all these reminders all the time in your face. This is the context to why Chamberlain says, we can avoid war, perfect. You can have it. This is why the Munich Pact goes down. You guys have context now. It's because World War I sucked that bad. That they were like, dude, we'll do anything. I'll sign anything, make sure we don't have enough. And the people, when he comes back, they cheer Chamberlain to the heavens. English people like, dude, you avoided a war. We love you. Now, obviously, he doesn't avoid a war. Okay? They're going to hate him in due time. Now, we know World War I also brings in communism, but we have what signed in 1918? Yes. Okay. It's not 24-inch pythons over here. It's an armistice. No, it's an armistice. That's what I'm saying. Okay. It's an armistice. What's an armistice?
Maybe a little uncomfortable.
Who's starting my biceps? It's a truce. Very good. It's agreement to stop fighting. It's a truce. It's signed on 11 o'clock in the morning on the 11th month of the 11th day of 1980. An armistice. Does this officially end the war? No. Okay, we talk about one dude who's recovering in a hospital from a mustard gas attack, and he finds out that his country has surrendered. Who's that one dude? Adolf Hitler. And what do the French do on this train? Embarrass him. Very good. Embarrass my train. Now, by the way, I forgot to tell you this. This train actually belonged to somebody important in history. He was actually the grandson of somebody important in history. What we need to understand here is geography plays a role. What do we know about Germany and France based off geography? Right next to each other. So we know there's got to be conflict. Well, there was a war that broke out here in 1870 between France and Germany. And Germany just beats the crap out of France in like really quick time. It's called the Franco-Prussian War. And the leader of France at the time was a guy by the name of Napoleon III. He was grandson of who? Big Napoleon, right? Big Napoleon, the big guy we know. Okay? So the French actually will have the Germans surrendering his train car. Guess who owned this train car at one point in time? Napoleon III. Okay? So why do they want to have a meeting here? So they can kind of say, 1870 would be this? How about now? Huh? How about now? 1918. You're going to sign this peace treaty on this train car. So they think this is symbolic here. Okay? And homeboy Hitler's going to do something in a bit due time. Okay? It's going to be bring back this train car. We had the French embarrass the Germans. Okay? Adolf Hitler's angry about it. He vows. He promises. One day, when I take power, I'm going to get revenge on France. Okay? For doing this to my people. So we must understand it plays a role. Now, we know World War I is referred to as two things. Three things now. World War I, after World War II, is referred to as what's the two nicknames?
The Great War.
Great War and the War to End All Wars. Now, this was a sales pitch here. This is a sales pitch. War to End All Wars. Would you want to fight and die in the war that was the last war in human history? Sure. We're all going to die someday. Why not that one, right? Let's all die now. Cool? No. No, me neither. Okay? But that's pretty cool though. I can fight the last war in humankind. So again, why does he sign this? Why are people happy? Because these mothers, they sleep at night knowing that their son died when? Died in what? The war to end all wars. And as long as there's not another war, holds true. Problem is, homeboy Hitler's going to make sure there's another war. Okay? He's got one coming. Brilliant. It's going to be stirring a drink. Now, what officially ends World War I? Most historians claim this is how important this question is. This document. I was in an interview one time in Waynedale, and the question they asked me, you want to know if I knew my content? Treaty of Versailles. What about it? It's me. What happened? Why is it important? Okay. So this is something actually, if you're ever a history teacher, obviously you want to do that just go for a sandwich job. But
wait, what was that?
Treaty of Versailles. They actually asked me. Treaty of Versailles. They actually asked me what it was.
What's the Treaty of Versailles?
I said, yeah. Tell me if you're comfortable with your content. I said, yeah. He goes, what about Treaty of Versailles? I was like, I don't know. Oh, man. Almost got that job. Treaty of Versailles cost. If I just had known Treaty of Versailles, I wouldn't be teaching here today. I'd be teaching in front of some Amish people in Waynedale. Okay? Holding my own. Like, what's up? Everybody like, what's up? What's up? What's up, man? In Amish country right now. I'd probably have a damn snow day right now. I'd be sleeping right now. Hey! If I just had known about the Treaty of Versailles, my life would be so much different. Slater, I never would have met you.
Whoa, that's crazy.
It's crazy.
Geography.
Geography. Slater. Geography.
You wouldn't know about it. You wouldn't know.
I wouldn't know. I wouldn't be here today. What? No, actually, I got to the final two, and they picked that guy.
Oh.
Sometimes, you just got to know that.
Is he still a teacher?
I don't know. I don't know who that other guy was. Maybe another girl.
Catch the ball.
What's that?
Put the balls on.
Balls on. Okay. Okay. So we talked about there's 440 provisions in the Treaty of Versailles. 400 plus punish Germany. I need you to know 4. These are the 4. Okay. Now, the same dude who's on the train car, his name's Falk. Okay? Ferdinand Falk. I know some of you guys enjoy that word. This is not peace. When he's on his train, when he hears about the Treaty of Versailles, Falk even says, this is not peace. It is an armistice for 20 years. What's the problem? What's the difference between an armistice and a treaty? Yeah, armistice is temporary. So what's Falk saying? Tristan, what's Falk saying?
He said, we gonna put the beacon on you in 20
Huh?
years.
What's he saying? What's Fox saying?
You gonna catch the balls in 20 years.
What's he saying? Huh? It's going to what? Very good. That the war is just going to pick up in 20 years. This is crazy, Slater. This is crazy, Cap. This treaty signed, I want you to jot this down, 1919. Fox says this in 1919. Devin, when does World War II start? So what is it? What year? What year does it start?
Ooh,
Come on, Devin, do your math. No, we don't do math in here. 1939. Dude. My boy Fox is a freaking prophet. Talk about some foresight. He nailed it. He nailed it. 20 years later, guess what?
He's still alive.
Is Fox still alive?
No, like one time.
Oh, that's a good question. Look it up. I don't know. I think he was, but I'm not positive. I don't know. He looks pretty old here, though. I don't know. I don't know. What do you think? Who wants to bet that Fox was around this show, everybody? I told you so. He didn't get to say it. Check out Ferdinand Fox. See when he died.
Oh my goodness.
29.
What?
He died at 29.
Oh, homeboy didn't say I told you so. Ah, poor Fox. Okay. Treaty of Versailles. I want you guys to jot down. It is a... What's this? What is this? This is a what? It's a... Shut.
Illusion.
It's an illusion. It's an illusion.
He said that.
So the Treaty of Versailles, I want you guys to jot down. It's an illusion of peace. It's actually only going to bring what? Another war. I want you guys to jot that down in your own words. The Treaty of Versailles is actually an illusion of peace. It's supposed to bring peace, but it's only bringing more what? War. Thank you. Okay? And here's why. The Germans actually call it something. They call the Treaty of Versailles something in history known as Carthaginian. The Carthaginian peace. This. If you ever get the Carthaginian peace, that means that you got the raw end of the peace deal. Like it's not good. Here's why. This refers to a place called Carthage. Who's ever heard of Carthage? They fought the Roman Empire around like the 100 BC. They didn't fight them once. They didn't fight them twice. They fought them 3 times. Those wars were called what? The Punic Wars. Ever heard of Punic Wars? You guys studied those last year? 2 years ago? Punic Wars? It's sweet, dude. A dude named Hannibal. He's from Carthage. He's a bad dude. Sweet. He brings all these elephants down into Rome. He crosses the mountain range into northern Rome. He starts running around with big elephants. He starts attacking and stuff. Sweet. A big army full of all kinds of different people want to kill the Romans. And it scares the Romans. That's the second battle. That's the second Punic War. Anyway, we're going off tangent. Rome defeats them. Who wins the first one? First Punic War. Rome. Who wins the second Punic War? Rome. Who wins the third Punic War? And Rome says, what do they say to themselves?
I'm tired of beating
on these people. So guess what they do? They roll over into Carthage, and they dump salt all over the fields of Carthage. What's salt do? Kills crops. Doesn't allow crops to grow for a long, long time. So if there's no crops there, guess what? Carthage can't stay there anymore. They burn a city. They take all the women. They enslave them. Okay, they kill the men. And guess what? Carthage is like it's never been around again. So what historians, what countries say is, they call it Carthaginian peace. What's that mean? It's very, very what?
Very harsh.
It's very harsh. Okay? So the Germans call it the Carthaginian peace. What do you want? Children? Probably enslaved them too. Good question. They got mouth, they probably killed them. Yeah.
Well, you'd be dead.
Okay. Now,
You'd be dead.
also, historians also call it the Trojan horse of peace. Okay? Trojan horse. You guys know what that? You guys know the story? Why it's between ancient Greece and Troy. Why does the city of Troy bring in this horse?
I think it was a present.
They thought it was a pride. They thought it was a gift. They thought it was a gift of peace. They thought the Trojan horse was supposed to be a symbol of peace. It was a gift. They fought for like a decade, ancient Greece and Troy. And ancient Greece couldn't do what? Couldn't get through what? The high walls of Troy. So they eventually said, you know what? I got an idea. They leave this big horse and get all the ships out of there. And Troy wakes up one morning like, ancient Greek armies are gone. Only thing there is a horse. They start to pull it in. Bring us into the city. This one lady, Cassandra's like, no, don't do that. I would check that first. Don't bring it into the city. It's like, there's Cassandra back at her little tactics again, scaring everybody. Okay, and they actually take down the doors, the gates of the wall, and they bring this huge horse in, and they party all night. They get hammered. They pass out drunk. Okay, and in the meantime, there's some Greeks that sneak out the bottom. They're going to signal the ships to come back, the people of the Greek army, and they're going to open the gates. They're going to kill everybody in sight and do the same thing they did to the Carthaginians. Slave the women, okay, kill all kinds of people. The son of the king, and Troy becomes up in flames. Okay, again, it's a gift. Looks like an illusion of peace. What's it bring? Death and destruction. Okay, so there's a play off of Treaty of Versailles. Understand it, connection. Now, if a teacher would have told me this whenever I was your age, I would be like, oh, I know Treaty of Versailles. The Trojan horse. Carthaginian peace? What are you talking about? Oh, that? Yeah. So I do get it. Okay. Now, they're going to, and I want you guys to make sure you jot this down. The Germans are a very proud people. They are a country. I want you guys to understand this. When Germany surrenders, nobody actually ever even came into Germany and captured it. They surrendered over here. Now, I put up here, what do I have an asterisk next to Russia? What's that? They're fighting. England, where's this war fought at primarily? You notice? It's in France. But World War I is primarily fought in France. Probably jot that down. That's going to have an effect on the next war. Why do I have an asterisk next to Russia? Why Russia? Does Russia survive the whole war? What happens in Russia? There's revolution, followed by another revolution. We had a Russian Revolution, followed by what other revolution? The Bolshevik cussing in here, really. The Bolshevik Revolution, okay? Okay, the Bolshevik Revolution, okay, which brings in what? Which brings in Lenin. Who brings in what economic system? Communism. Thank you. Okay, now, why do I have Japan and Italy after this line? Because in World War II, are they on the Allies? No, they're going to be on whose side? They're going to be on the Axis. They're going to be with Germany next war. Why do I have America all the way down here with an asterisk? We join in very late. You guys ever see a dude come in late to a party with a lot of energy? Yeah, that's going to be America during World War I. Okay, we're going to come in late. Well, with us, guess who wins? The Allies. Okay, so if America doesn't join World War I, we probably never hear of this guy. Because Germany wins World War I without America's help. So we change the course of history. So it'd be cool to go back in a time machine, keep America out of the war, and see what had happened in history. If there was if Germany wins, because they wouldn't need this guy leading them. They had the Kaiser. Okay, now I'm gonna talk about the rise. I'm done talking actually. You guys are gonna watch a video, but there's a rise of the Third Reich, and this is what you guys are gonna watch a video on this. Now this is mature. This is graphic. I'm gonna give you guys a sheet. I do want you to follow. I want you to fill in the blanks. I don't expect you to get all these, but I expect you to get a large majority of them. You take one and pass it around. Pass it back the row. Okay, so this is an hour and 20 minutes, 26 minutes. We'll finish this tomorrow. Oh, hold on. I got to take attendance and I need to turn off my screencast.